Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you doesn't happen in the daylight. It happens when your eyes are closed. There is a world behind the world, a battlefield hidden inside your dreams. And the enemy knows your fears, your weaknesses, your wounds long before you wake up. Tonight, I'm revealing what demons do in the silence of sleep and how God can break every secret attack. Stay with me, what you're about to hear could save your life. There was a time in my life when darkness wasn't just around me, it lived inside me. I walked willingly into the shadows, thinking I had knowledge, power, and control. But what I didn't know was that I was the one being controlled. The deeper I went, the more I realized that the kingdom of darkness never gives anything for free. It only takes, it steals, it consumes. And one night, in the middle of a ritual I thought I understood, I encountered the truth that shook me to my core. It wasn't the candles, or the symbols, or the chanting that opened the door. It was my agreement, the smallest yes, the weakest fear, the slightest compromise. That's all the enemy needs. And the door he used most often was dreams. Let me tell you something. The kingdom of darkness never once revealed. Dreams are not just dreams. They're conversations. They're invitations. They're battlegrounds. This revelation hit me the night I first saw what demons truly do when a person sleeps. They don't come shouting. They don't come with scars or flames or monstrous shapes. They come quietly, familiar, disguised. They come wearing faces of people you trust, places you remember, sounds you love, because deception is their native language. They attack three things: your identity by planting confusion, your emotions by stirring fear, shame, or desire, your destiny by attempting to redirect you spiritually. And the most terrifying part? Most people wake up thinking it was just a dream, not realizing they actually fought a battle and lost. I watched people who had no idea they were spiritually gifted suddenly fall into depression or lust or anger after one dream. I saw destinies shift because of something whispered into their spirit while their body slept. I saw marriages break after innocent dream encounters. I saw faith crumble, confidence die, purity fade, all through dreams. And at that time, I was part of the darkness causing it. When I realized how easily a person's life could be manipulated while they slept, something inside me broke. For the first time, the shadows didn't feel like power, they felt like chains, chains I never knew I carried. But this was only the beginning, because one night, during a dream attack meant for someone else, I saw something that changed everything. A presence, a light, a voice that the darkness could not silence. And that moment, that encounter, became the crack that shattered the kingdom I thought I served. But if you think this revelation was intense, wait until you hear what happened next. Because the real transformation didn't start in the night, it started when I realized who was calling me out of it. My transformation didn't happen instantly. Darkness doesn't release its prisoners easily. But the moment I saw that light, even in a place where no light should exist, something pierced through me. It wasn't fear, it was recognition. Like my spirit remembered something my mind had forgotten. Like God had been waiting behind a locked door I didn't even know I built. After that night, every dream changed. Instead of controlling them, I started suffering inside them. Demons that once obeyed me looked at me with hatred, suspicion, betrayal. It was as if the moment the light touched me, hell marked me as a traitor. Dreams that were once playgrounds became prisons. Places where I felt untouchable now became traps. One dream in particular became the turning point. I found myself in a dark hallway, endless, cold, quiet. The air felt heavy, like it was breathing against my skin. I walked slowly, knowing something was behind me, but too afraid to turn around. Every step felt stolen. Every breath felt borrowed. And then I heard it, a whisper, soft but familiar. Return to us. I froze. It wasn't a demon's voice. It was my own, my past self, trying to pull me back into the pit I had crawled out of. And then suddenly everything changed. The hallway shook, the shadows twisted violently, and a figure stepped forward, taller than darkness itself. Its eyes glowed with something ancient, hateful, patient. It opened its mouth, and what it said still chills me. You think you can leave? You think light wants you? You belong to us. I couldn't speak. I couldn't run. My soul felt like it was being torn apart. But then, a wind, a warmth, a voice like thunder mixed with peace. He belongs to me. Light exploded through the dream. Not weak light, not gentle light, a violent, consuming, holy fire. Every demon, every shadow, every chain, gone in an instant. I woke up crying not out of fear, but relief. Because for the first time, I realized something. The enemy didn't attack me because I was weak. He attacked me because God had a calling on my life. The transformation didn't start with me choosing God. It started with God choosing me. But the moment God chooses you, hell launches full assault. And what happened next was proof. There's a principle in the spiritual realm that most believers never understand. But the kingdom of darkness understands it perfectly. Your dream life reflects your spiritual life. What you dream reveals what's happening beneath the surface. The enemy attacks the moment he senses spiritual movement. And when God begins aligning your destiny, hell begins attacking your sleep. This is why the Bible speaks repeatedly about God warning people, guiding them, correcting them, and revealing truth through dreams. If God uses dreams to instruct, the enemy uses dreams to interrupt. That principle became frighteningly real the moment I began seeking God. Every dream became a battlefield, not just symbolic, but literal. The enemy used temptation, fear, seduction, confusion, nightmares, anything to weaken me spiritually. But then God taught me something life-changing. Demons can enter a dream, but they cannot withstand divine authority inside a dream. The moment I invoked the name of Jesus, even in a dream, everything shifted. I tested it. One night, a demon appeared in a dream disguised as someone I trusted. It tried to speak lies into me, whisper confusion into my spirit. But when I said, Jesus, the disguise shattered like glass. The creature shrieked. The atmosphere cracked. The dream came under divine order. Another dream, I was being chased through a burning field. I felt powerless, terrified, exhausted. But suddenly I remembered, God is present even in the realm of dreams. I stopped running. I turned around, and the moment I declared, "The Lord rebuke you," the entire dream collapsed into light. Then I understood. Dreams aren't just images, they're territories. And every territory belongs to God. This principle changed everything. You can rebuke a demon in a dream. You can command darkness to flee while asleep. You can pray inside a dream. You can fight spiritually even while unconscious. You can win battles at night that transform your mornings. This is why the enemy attacks dreams, because a believer who learns to fight in the spirit becomes unstoppable. And as I grew in this truth, I started seeing patterns, strategies, methods the enemy uses on God's people every single night, which leads to the fourth and most dangerous revelation. If there is one truth the enemy desperately tries to hide, it is this: demons study you, they observe you, they customize your dream attacks. Nothing is random, everything is targeted. During my time in darkness, I learned the strategies demons use against people in their sleep. And today, I'm revealing them one by one. Strategy 1: emotional manipulation. The enemy triggers past trauma or fear to weaken your spirit. Nightmares of drowning, falling, running, they are not entertainment. They are attacks meant to drain your spiritual confidence, so you wake up tired, discouraged, broken. Strategy 2: seduction and impurity. This is one of hell's favorite tactics. The enemy uses familiar faces, desires, or imaginations to pull your spirit into compromise. These aren't just dreams. They are spiritual traps designed to open doors in your waking life. Strategy 3: identity confusion. The enemy tries to distort your purpose by creating dream scenarios where you fail, fall, lose, or break. He plants doubt into your spirit so you wake up questioning who you are. Strategy 4: false prophetic dreams. Not every spiritual dream is from God. The enemy can bring dreams that sound holy but lead to fear, deception, or wrong decisions. Discernment is essential. Strategy 5: soul ties and bondages. Repeated dreams of the same place, person, or situation often indicate a spiritual tie. Demons use these cycles to keep people trapped emotionally and spiritually. But the most dangerous strategy 6: dream covenants. This one is rarely talked about. A demon may present something: a handshake, a contract, a gift, food, intimacy, an agreement, a yes. If you accept it even in a dream, you form a spiritual covenant. You wake up feeling different, weaker, drained, confused. Something entered, something attached, something shifted. This is why many people wake up suddenly depressed, suddenly addicted, suddenly angry, suddenly fearful, suddenly distant from God, suddenly battling temptation they never had before. The enemy uses dreams to plant seeds, but God uses revelation to uproot them. And what happened next in my life proves that no matter how deep the darkness, God always has the final word. The night of my deliverance came without warning, but not without purpose. I had been fighting dream after dream, attack after attack, and though I was growing spiritually, the darkness wasn't giving up easily. Then came the dream that changed my destiny. I was standing in a barren wasteland, silent, lifeless, endless. The sky above me churned like a storm waiting to break. I knew instantly this wasn't a dream. This was war. Demons surrounded me from every direction, faces I recognized, from rituals I once participated in. They laughed, they mocked, they whispered, "You don't belong to him. You are ours." I fell to my knees, not in fear, but exhaustion. I felt like the entire kingdom of darkness wanted to devour me. And in that moment, when every part of me felt finished, I whispered the name that hell hates, Jesus. Not loud, not dramatic, barely even audible, but heaven heard it. Wind tore through the wasteland like a living force. Light exploded from the sky, ripping open the darkness. A presence descended, not gentle, not soft, but mighty, terrifying, holy, and suddenly everything changed. Chains shattered, demons scattered like dust in a storm. The ground beneath me trembled with power. A hand lifted me up, strong, steady, eternal, and a voice thundered, "You are free. Walk in my light. Dream in my presence. You belong to me." I woke up with tears streaming down my face, but this time not from fear, from freedom, real freedom. For the first time in my life, the darkness lost its grip. For the first time, I felt clean, whole, protected. Since that day, every dream attack became weaker, every nightmare lost its power, every whisper of darkness faded. Because once God steps into your dream life, the enemy loses his authority forever. And now, what God did for me, He can do for you. If you've been attacked in your dreams, you are not crazy, you are called. If the enemy fights you at night, it's because heaven marked you for destiny. This is your moment to rise, to awaken, to take back every inch of your spiritual territory. You are not a victim of the night, you are a warrior of the kingdom. Stand firm. Speak the name of Jesus and watch the darkness flee from your dreams forever.